Bernoulli's equation is in accordance with work energy theorem. It is a consequence of law of conservation of energy. Broadly, the Bernoulli's equation is written like this: the pressure energy plus kinetic energy per unit volume plus potential energy per unit volume inside a flowing liquid. Pressure energy, kinetic energy per unit volume and potential energy per unit volume inside a flowing liquid is a constant quantity. I will simplify this equation in another way. This pressure, which is also called as the pressure energy plus the kinetic energy of a moving liquid with velocity v is half mv square divided by volume capital V. The potential energy of a liquid flowing at a height h is mgh divided by volume is a constant at every point. Is a constant at every point in the flowing liquid. Mass upon volume is the density of a liquid. Therefore, pressure plus the half of rho into V square plus it is rho into G into H is constant. This is Bernoulli's equation. This Bernoulli's equation, this equation can be written in another way, that is P divided by rho plus half of V into V square, half of V square plus G into H is constant. This is Bernoulli's equation, alternative Bernoulli's equation. Bernoulli's equation gives the relation between the velocity of flowing fluid and the pressure. Bernoulli's equation states that the pressure energy, the kinetic energy per unit volume or potential energy per unit volume is constant, and if you simplified this one, what you will see that the pressure per unit density, pressure per unit density plus this is kinetic energy per unit mass, it is half mv square divided by m. Kinetic energy per unit mass and mgh, m get cancelled divided by m, it is potential energy per unit mass is a constant. Either you will say that the kinetic energy per unit volume, potential energy per unit volume and the pressure energy is constant, or the pressure energy per unit mass, kinetic energy per unit mass and potential energy per unit mass is a constant. This is Bernoulli's equation. You will have so many examples of application of Bernoulli's equation. In today's video lecture, we are going to see a very simple application of Bernoulli's equation. Using this Bernoulli's equation, we are able to find out the speed of efflux. What efflux is? Efflux is flow of a substance. Efflux is a flow of substance. Flux is related to a quantity. Or we say that efflux is the drainage. ओघ पाण्याचा ओघ किती वेगाने जात आहे ते, लिक्विडचा ओघ किती वेगाने जात आहे ते. Efflux is the speed of drain of a liquid. we are able to find out the speed of drain of a liquid from a tank with the help of the Bernoulli's equation. For that, what we will do, let us consider we got a tank here. The tank has filled with a liquid. The surface area of a tank is A. Rather, I will say A1. Now, this liquid is drained out of the tank through a very small orifice, a very small hole, orifice. The area of the orifice is A2, area of a small hole is A2. The velocity with which the liquid flows in the tank is V1 and velocity with which the liquid comes out of the orifice is equal to V2. We can determine with what speed the liquid is drained out from the tank using the principle of the Bernoulli or using Bernoulli's equation. For that, again we will come to the point, what about the pressure? Here, this surface of a liquid is exposed to air, therefore, here the pressure on surface A1 is the atmospheric pressure P0. Similar to that, the orifice is also exposed to air, therefore, here also you will get the atmospheric pressure P0. Here atmospheric pressure is upside and here atmospheric pressure is downside, because atmospheric pressure acts from all sides in all directions. We know that for a flowing liquid, the flowing liquid obeys the equation of continuity. What is the equation of continuity? A1 V1 is equal to A2 V2. For area A1, V1 is the velocity. For area A2, V2 is the velocity. Product of area into velocity is constant. This is the equation of continuity. Therefore, A1 V1 is equal to A2 V2. Therefore, I will write this V1 is equal to A2 divided by A1 into V2. Now, we will consider this orifice as a reference line. The height of liquid from the orifice, let it is equal to h, or it's a tap from where the liquid is drained out. The level of tap is treated as a reference level and the height is measured from the reference level. The height of liquid inside the tank from the reference level is the h. According to Bernoulli's equation, the pressure P0 at on the surface, the pressure P0, velocity at the surface is V square, therefore it is half of rho into V square plus rho into G into H1. This is on the surface. This is the pressure energy, this is kinetic energy per unit volume, and this is potential energy per unit volume, is equal to the energy, sum of the energy on the surface is equal to the sum of the energy at the orifice. The pressure here is P0 and the kinetic energy per unit volume is half V2 square. Here velocity at A1 is V1 and velocity at A2 is V2. Here the height is measured from the reference line. Therefore, here at the reference the height is 0. Therefore, we will not include potential energy per unit volume here. This P0 get cancelled. Therefore, I will write this as half of rho into what this V1 is. V1 is A2 divided by A1 into V2, but it's a square. Therefore, A2 divided by A1 square, V2 square plus rho into G into H1 is equal to half of rho into V2 square. Now, with this what you will get, I will write this as, this is rho into G into H. Rho into G into H. By bringing V2 square on that side, I will get, it is half of rho in the bracket V. It is 1 minus A2 by A1 bracket square into the common is V2 square. This is the equation that we get. Now, what is known to us, the thing that is known to us is that this A2 is too small as compared to A1. The orifice has very small diameter. Therefore, its cross-sectional area is very small as compared to area of the tank. Therefore, this A2 is very small. Therefore, A2 divided by A1 is very small as compared to A1. If the value is less than 1, then its square is too small and it can be neglected. Therefore, A2 by A1 whole square can be neglected and hence you will get rho into G into H is equal to half of rho into V2 square. This rho get cancelled. Therefore, V2 square is equal to 2GH or V2 is equal to under root of 2GH. Like this, we are able to determine the velocity of a liquid flowing outside the tank. And this we call it as a efflux. The drain is called as efflux. Now, this is the velocity. Now, with this, we will see one more thing. Let a particle of mass m is dropped from a height h. This is dropped from a height h. Then this particle will move in a downward direction because of a gravitational force, and as it comes down, its potential energy get converted into kinetic energy. When the object is at a height h and has a mass m, then its increase in potential energy is mgh, and when it is dropped from a height h, it begins to move in a vertically downward direction by a gravitational force, and it is accelerated by a gravitational force, and because of that there will be increase in kinetic energy, and increase in the kinetic energy of the body is half mv square. This m get cancelled, and here V is equal to under root of 2gh. These are the two equations that I got. This is the velocity of a liquid. This is the velocity of a liquid which is flowing through the tank of a height h. And this is the velocity of a freely falling body from a height h. It has been observed that the velocity of a liquid which flows from a height h and velocity of a freely falling body from a height h is the same. This is the Torricelli's equation or Torricelli's theorem. Torricelli's theorem states that the speed of a liquid flowing through a height h and velocity of a freely falling body under the gravity is the same if both are released from the same height. And this is Torricelli's theorem.